Hello, friends. Coming to this delayed and final episode of this current sprint that I'm doing on how the diamond, as in the diamond jewelry industry, can plan and strategize to make 2025 a great year and use this year to re-establish itself with all its glory and the luxury tag that it had always been there, which for some reason, or many reasons, has been lost somewhere along the way. While we all want it, and we've spoken about this in the past few episodes, today's episodes, I do not intend dwelling on the past, in the sense that I'm not going to talk about the past mistakes that we made. But I'm going to talk about what we can do for the future. Yes, some cases I do use the past as a reference, but I'm going to look at what we can do for the future to, as I said, re-establish diamonds as a status symbol and a luxury product. As I said in my previous episodes, I personally do not believe that this is a task that can be completed and fruitful results be achieved by any single player, no matter how big a chain it is, or by any particular segment of the pipeline. It is an effort that has to be put in jointly by the industry. And therefore, it means every single player, no matter which stage of the pipeline they are in, they will need to contribute and work towards achieving this. So it automatically follows that people will have to form teams. You'll have to make alliances, collaborations, strategic alliances, right from the upstream to the downstream, every player who is involved in the pipeline. So basically, the realignment or repositioning that we are talking of for natural diamonds to achieve its goal. Okay, that is the main. Lab grown today seems to be doing pretty well, but natural is the challenge. So it requires to be repositioned as diamonds that are true luxury, as I spoke about it in my last episode. They have to be rare. They have to be in product that is well, superlatively designed, exceptionally made, and you need to be pricey when presenting it and selling it. By pricey, I don't mean the literal word in the sense that it has to be very expensive. No. The value should be justified. The consumer should get value for what they pay. And you need to remember that for naturals and lab grown, there are two distinct segments of audiences who will buy. Okay, some people will buy for both because they will have a different way of looking at things for personal use and a different way of looking at things for gifting. Also, the price point is going to make a difference. But the natural diamonds is something that you should design and present it in a way where it is for someone who truly loves diamond and luxury. And don't make it a product that is for everybody. That's one of the mistakes we made. We commoditized it without having a strategy. So you need to make sure that these two products are differentiated right from the time that anybody sees a person wearing it, right up to the stage upstream where the diamond cutters and manufacturers need to differentiate the two. Maybe develop special cuts for natural. I don't know. There are so many things that can be done. And I'm working on some of these plans with some of my clients. Unfortunately, none of them are from India. We seem to have given up, which is not what you should be doing. and stop fighting on price alone. Make a decision in 2025. You are going to create value. And that is what is going to help you in the future. And therefore, you need to create niches and specializations because competency kills, and we have seen that. So let's not even go there or argue about it. You need to create niche and specializations at whichever stage of the pipeline you are. Today's consumer wants something different all the time. And frankly, we need to do it. Look at the fashion industry. Look at all these brands. They come out with a summer collection and a spring collection and a winter collection. Maybe we can think it's a question of putting our minds to it. Can we do something? Maybe the spring collection is more of colored diamonds and fancy colors and whatever else. And the winter collection is more of black diamonds and gray diamonds. I don't know. I'm just letting my imagination run wild. But people want something different all the time, and we are the ones who are going to have to deliver it. And now another aspect of 2025 and beyond that we need to keep in mind. As I said in one of my last two or three episodes on this topic, how long is the current audience that you are catering to going to buy from you? And therefore, you need to start today to entice and get those new Gen Z audiences into your fold. And therefore, you need to start doing things that the millennials today want. Okay? That generation has come of age, and they are now your new customer already. Many of us, I've been talking to retailers who mourn the fact that all this e-commerce has killed our brick and mortar stores and customers don't want to come in, especially the younger generation, and so on and so forth. But let me tell you, that's not really true. The Gen Z does buy jewelry first. It's not that they're not buying jewelry anymore. Yes, they have other avenues to spend. And they do not buy jewelry, with an idea of investment. They buy it because they like it and they want to wear it and enjoy it. But the way they shop has changed. It's not straight away to brick and mortar stores. They will shop online, check out everything, compare prices, do their homework, to the T. They probably come into your shop knowing everything that you're going to tell them. That's why you should have some special data up your sleeve. And then they will come into your store and buy it offline. That's what we call the SOBO purchase model. Shop online and buy offline. So the millennials are buying jewelry, but they buy it in a different way. And that is something we have not adapted. And that is why we feel that they are not doing any jewelry shopping. And the reason for this is that we as an industry have never embraced new tech, willingly. We have tried to keep it away from us as far as possible and then really hold it and take it with us only when it becomes apparent that it is absolutely necessary, and now it's a do or die situation. And that is a problem in itself. So now this year, take a resolution that you are going to embrace tech right from the very beginning and find out. Get somebody to advise you. Get a professional to help you on how the tech can be used in your business with what changes your business model might need. And when it comes to tech, everybody talks of digital marketing and social media. How many of us have an effective plan and strategy? Just uploading your picture without a strategy is of no use. So you need to have a digital plan for marketing. Nobody looks at the media marketing on newspapers or anything anymore. So you need to have a digital. Trust me, it is a lot of work. It is a lot of continuous work. You will have to update and make new posts on a regular basis. There should be a strategy. There should be a sequence. There should be some kind of a logical effect or logical plan for your postings. And then we as an industry need to accept that e-commerce is a reality. And although a lot of my retail jeweler friends have felt that e-commerce is killing their business, let me tell you, not only for 2025, but beyond, you will have to embrace e-commerce because, as I said, SOBO is the new method by which these millennials buy. Okay, so you know what you should be looking at e-commerce as? You know, you have these windows which you keep open all day so that a passerby gets interested in your jewelry and hopefully will step into your store. Or you just want to show the world what else is new in your shop. Take e-commerce and your website as a window, a show window that is open 24/7 to everybody around the world. That alone should be enough inspiration for you to create a fantastic website and get onto an e-commerce platform. Trust me, that expense is worth it. In fact, I don't even call it an expense. I think it's an investment. Okay, so the public is ready. It is a question of whether we are ready or not. And as I said, even if they come and buy offline, online is where they're going to select your product. They're not going to walk by your store to see if there's something interesting. They don't have the time or the inclination to do that. So make this a window which is going to pay you all the time in the long run. And when it comes to Gen Z, there are certain things you need to do. For most stores that you go to today, they are so deeply rooted in the traditional look that Gen Z today doesn't find it alluring at all. They might as well skip coming to your store. So you need to renovate your store to a certain extent, put some fresh, bright colors, you'll find enough consultants to advise you on this. Find a good architect. They need not be expensive. You can make very basic furniture, but then today simplicity is what attracts people. So get your fresh paint of coat and make some nice lighting in the store and make some nicer thing. As I said in the last episode, make a browsing area and whatever else, but make sure that the Gen Z who walk in feel comfortable and are attracted, inclined to visit you again. And as I said in the last episode, invest in human capital. You need to train your people. You need to have people of different age groups and with a different culture to take care of the varied audiences that are going to step into your stores. It's a must. A Gen Z customer who comes in should meet somebody from your team who understands and can speak that language. By that language, I don't mean all the slang and everything, no, but they should be able to relate to them. Okay? So train your salesmen perfectly. And as I said in the last episode, give them the authority on certain aspects to take on-the-spot decisions that is going to make your customer very happy. There are uncontrollables, accept them. You are not going to have any control on the political situation, on when a war starts and when the gold price starts going up and when the miner decides to reduce the price, you have got no control. So don't fret and fume about it. Instead, focus your energies on your expertise, on your strength, and do all of this to the best of your ability. A very important point I have been telling my customers, not in this area at all. Unfortunately, there's nobody with whom I have consulted on this, but in other areas, especially the fashion industry, I advise a maximum of 18-month plan. to be revised every 6 months, reviewed every 6 months. The world is changing so fast. The consumer tastes are changing so fast. Tech is changing so fast that consumer taste and method of buying changes. So 5-year plan becomes too much. You are already way behind the others. So you need to make, as a jeweler, I would suggest a 2-year plan. Make a 2-year plan because that will help you to anticipate better. You're looking at a shorter term, so implementation will necessarily need to be faster. So you're going to get on board faster and you will get faster results. Okay, so you need to make shorter business plans. Now, there are certain things which, as a retailer or even as an upstream diamond guy, you need to do. You need to get friendly with the consumer. You need to know their taste, right from mining till the retailer. You need to get friendly with the consumer. You need to be able to judge him, think of what he is thinking, and offer him what he wants. And another thing for retailers especially, get friendly with the competitor. Plan and schedule visits to them. Be friends with them. Go with a small box of chocolate and use that opportunity to pick his brain and let your brain be picked so that you share information about the industry and you come to know things which you might be able to include into your plans to help you get better results. Okay. Hold social media events. As a retailer, you're coming out with a new collection. Hold social media events. Say anybody who buys this over the next 3 days or 5 days or whatever it is that you like, you have to plan it, will get a special 20% inaugural discount if you order online. If they come to the store, no, because then only will your social media plan be really effective and attractive, and you will start establishing yourself in that space. Hold design competitions where people submit their design. You will get a bunch of maybe 5,000 designs. It'll be difficult for you to even sort them. That's okay. And what is the reward? Gift the designer a free piece of jewelry of the design that they have made. Define your terms and conditions. You will get a library of 5,000 designs. What more is it when you ask for? Okay. Now, normal cry is, hey, give it your 100%. I beg to differ. Give it your 90%, 95%. Don't aim for perfection. Give it all you got, but. And make sure that everything you put in is effective. Generally, we believe that more effort means greater success, which is not always true. More often leads to burnout rather than success. And that's not what you want to do. Okay. So be optimal, 85, 90, 95. You decide the number, but you do that. And even if you're asking for 100% from all your employees, they too are going to get burned out. So make sure that they also follow that rule and be strict about timings. Don't make them work unnecessarily long hours that they become less effective. Okay. Identify your strengths. I've spoken about this now. Invest in being prepared. Be ready. Keep anticipating what it is going to be like and be prepared. Stay prepared all the time to face the challenges and the opportunities that come your way. Okay. Have a lot of panache and flair when dealing with your customers. And as I said, 2 levels you need to distinctly identify what is the kind of level you will have for an LGD customer and a natural diamond customer. Simple things. Okay, they'll come to collect a repair piece. Don't just take it in a bag, plastic bag, and show it to them, okay, this is repaired. No, just like you're selling a new piece, present it on a tray, ask them to try it, and once it is okay, then pack it and give it to them. Have a little flair, have a little panache. Mind the age gap. I just spoke about this. Hire employees from different age groups who will address the requirements and the language of different customers. Look at your social media reviews and learn from them. 1 star, I would suggest you ignore it. It is probably some very dissatisfied customer or a grumpy customer, and there's very little you can probably do about it. But it's all the same, read it and see if you can. But it is those 3 stars and 4 stars, they will tell you a lot about how you can improve. Okay. You need to become the store, which is a personal store. You train your employees, give them tools, give them schemes by which they will remember the customer's name, and then welcome those customers with their name. Hello, Hemant, how are you doing? Hello, Hemant G, whatever, yes. Depends on whether I'm the Gen Z or okay, but you make that personal. Know the name of your store. Become the personal store. And this will also make your customer feel comfortable and not intimidated. Don't build your future on the beliefs of the past. Because a certain marketing plan or a certain design has worked for you for the last 10 years does not mean it will keep working. I'm not saying stop that, but make sure you modernize or include modern components and offer a choice. Okay? Because it is only when you do this modern, because it's the future that is going to come. So you need to modernize continuously. Accept the fact in today's world that ethical consumerism is here to stay. Everybody, even people my age, are going to demand it. So use tools, as we said last time, blockchain is that, whatever it is that you use. In future, the Gen Z especially is going to ask for jewelry that is not only beautiful and striking, but functional. So you'll have to think of it. Get in touch, maybe tie up with not only everybody in the pipeline, with maybe some tech guy who's making wearables or whatever. Think about it. More and more people are going to buy and demand branded jewelry because that brand carries a promise. And you need to make your store into a brand, even if it is a one-store brand. Okay? Multi-channel is going to be the choice of shopping. Sobo is there to stay. Nothing you can do. Okay? Yes, for a business like ours, there are challenges. There are perils, which the future also holds for us. Okay, especially our industry, which is so deeply rooted in tradition. But that, friends, is one thing that gives you tremendous opportunity. If you're willing to break out of that comfort zone and that familiar patterns that you're following and focus like never before on changing and adapting to what the world needs today, because finally it is the future that wins. Please go ahead. Any questions, feel free to write and ask me. I have received many questions from designers and jewelry retailers. I will be responding to them in a couple of days, probably over the weekend. Thank you and have a great weekend.